What's up, everybody? It's day 300, and it's been a pretty good day. Made some calls, about 2.5 hours of calls, called 100 properties. Went pretty good. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Wasn't the meanest people I got to talk to today, for sure. And other than that, got a client that is going to hopefully go look at some condos tomorrow morning. I put in the request a little bit ago, and of course, I'm waiting back. One of them has the owners in it. I feel like they should be able to let us go see it. And then just waiting on the other two. And we're going to go from there. So I'm pretty excited to go show some condos tomorrow. We've been talking with the lady. She's been a friend for a while. She lives over in Lafayette, coming down. And we've been trying to plan it for a while, but you know how that works out. And these 3 condos, a couple of them been on the market, or one's been on the market for about 30 some days. And the other 2 only about 2 or 3 days. And the condos aren't sitting on the market like they used to. But today we're going to talk about pocket listings and how the NAR is going about controlling them pretty much. So 4 reasons, or let's go over what a pocket listing is, or a whisper listing. It's basically a listing that the agent has that they're not going to put it on the MLS, and it's kind of like a big secret. Like only they know about it. And they're only going to promote it to certain people. They're not going to promote it to everybody. So the NAR really looks at pocket listings or whisper listings, or whatever you want to call it in your area. They don't like them because of the fact that it doesn't give a fair chance for every agent to be able to go after that listing. It really is only because that listing, you can't promote it on Facebook. You can't send it out in emails. You can't promote it. So it's only going to your core group of people or your network that you have involved in your area. And so the NAR really likes for everybody to be able to see the listings and be able to go after that listing to give a fair chance for everybody. But let's go over what 4 reasons why clients go for a pocket listing. Number 1, sellers don't need to sell. They're like, you know what? If you could sell my house, go ahead and try and sell it, but I don't want to list it. I don't want to put out too much stuff. I just want to, throw some feelers out there and throw it out to your network and see what happens. Number 2, in a market as strong as it is now, the only thing that makes your house stand out that's not available. Like it's just a natural tendency of people to want things that they can't have. And that goes all the way down from when you're like basically 1 year old all the way up to, I don't even know how old. I'm only 44 and I still want 43, about to be 44 tomorrow, but I still want stuff that I can't have just because I can't have it. It's just a natural human instinct that everybody should try and control, but you know how that goes. Number 3, sellers are private people. They don't want their information out there. They don't want a bunch of people coming in their house. They don't want people to know that they're selling their home. They don't want to answer questions to their neighbors. Why are you selling the house? Where are you going to go? Why don't you like it here? Why are you moving? Blah, blah, blah. Getting bombarded by questions. And that kind of happened with me when I was selling the gym. Number 4, sellers want to sell at a certain price point that's unrealistic. And so they're like, you know what? It goes along with number 1. I don't need to sell it, but if you can sell it I know my house is only 2,000 square foot and it's in the middle of the suburb, but I still want $1 million for it. Well, that might actually be, a suburb. Nah, that's a pretty good analogy, so, and you're like, you know what? I'll see what I could do. I'll throw it out to some of my buyers. I'll throw it out to my network. And, if anybody wants to pay $1 million, I'll throw it out there and see if they want to do it. But in reality, you pretty much know that it's not going to sell, and you don't want to take your time to list it on the MLS, and they don't want to put it out there for people to see that they're actually trying to get an unrealistic amount and then have to downgrade the actual price of the home to where Zillow shows you like price drop, and then people think something's wrong with the house. So you put it under a pocket listing and just try and go for it and see if it's going to sell or not. Throw it out to your network and see if you got the people or not. So those are the 4 reasons why you would go with a pocket listing. Other than that, there's really no actual real need to do it because you can do like a 1-day contract or a 30-day contract, anything like that, up to like a 6-month contract. You can't go over 6 months. You can renew it by writing a new one, but you cannot, excuse me, renew it automatically. So even though you can't schedule property tours per se for the pocket listings, you can accept contracts, but I mean, you can still show the house. There's other things pretty deeply involved. So what I'd say is, if you're going to think about doing a pocket listing, be really careful with it. Definitely don't advertise it. Don't put it on Facebook. I wouldn't even put it. They talked about putting it in their private Facebook group, but private Facebook groups we know aren't private. So I wouldn't even put it in there. I would just put it into your group text messaging that you have, something like that. But if your client wants to do one, it's up to you. It's up to your client. But if you are a client that wants to do one, talk to your realtor and find out if that's something they're willing to do and whether they feel comfortable doing it. So that's all I got for today. I am sitting here at tumbling, waiting for Harper to get out, sweating in my car. I think I'm going to go for a run. And hopefully we come up with something exciting tomorrow with the condos. Hopefully we get to go see some. And then I'm going to go see another selling client and hopefully get his house on the market here pretty soon. And that's all I got. Go out there and make somebody smile tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot. Bye.